Hello, I'm Dr. Manuel G. Saldivar. I'm a cognitive psychologist and a university faculty member. This video is one in a series associated with a textbook by Jeffrey Levy entitled Psychology, the Science of Human Potential. This is a free open source textbook that's available for anyone to use. A link to this textbook can be found below this video in the description box. The purpose of this video is not to cover every single point in the textbook. Rather, it's meant to give students an overview of the contents and the big ideas, the main themes of every particular chapter. So let's get started. In the prior chapter, chapter 11 of Levy's textbook, he discussed the roots of modern clinical psychology as well as its split from and differences with psychiatry. Now, in chapter 12, we're going to discuss the general approaches employed by clinical psychologists to help individuals with behavioral and emotional challenges. As prior chapters in Levy's textbook have explored, psychology as a field is grounded in the scientific method, and in fact, in modern times, most psychologists are researchers, not therapists or counselors. However, even therapists and counselors with a background in psychology receive training in the scientific method. As Levy explains, this is known as the scientist-practitioner model of psychology. Clinical psychologists are mental health professionals who assess, diagnose, and treat mental, emotional, and behavioral disorders. They can work with individuals, couples, families, and groups to help them improve their mental health and well-being. Clinical psychologists use a variety of approaches to treatment, including psychotherapy, medication, and this medication treatment usually, of course, will be in collaboration with medical doctors, and finally, lifestyle interventions. Some of the specific tasks that clinical psychologists perform in their work include conducting psychological assessments to identify mental health problems, providing psychotherapy to help clients manage their symptoms and improve their functioning, educating clients and their families about mental health, conducting research on mental health issues, and advocating for mental health policies and programs. Clinical psychologists work in a variety of settings, including their own private practice, hospitals, clinics, schools, and government agencies. They play an important role in improving the mental health of individuals and communities. Here's some additional things to know about clinical psychologists. They must have a doctoral degree in psychology, typically a PhD or PsyD degree. In every state of the United States that I'm aware of, it's illegal to call yourself a psychologist unless you hold a doctorate. However, there are certainly many counselors and therapists who, while they can't be called psychologists per se because they don't hold a doctorate, they can practice in counseling or therapy with a master's degree. And incidentally, for those of you who might be interested in this career path, although certainly there are master's degrees in clinical psychology, there are other pathways to becoming a therapist or counselor, including a master's degree in social work, a master's degree in education with a focus on counseling, and potentially other paths as well. Clinical psychologists must be licensed by the state in which they practice, and this licensing process comes after a period not only of formal education, of earning a degree, but also of internship hours under the supervision of another already licensed clinical psychologist. And finally, clinical psychologists are trained in a variety of therapeutic approaches, including cognitive behavioral therapy, psychodynamic therapy, and family therapy, among other techniques. If you're struggling with a mental health problem, a clinical psychologist can help you get the support you need. That concludes today's video. I hope you've found this overview helpful for your own studies. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video useful. It really helps my YouTube channel grow. Good luck with your continuing studies of psychology as well as with the rest of your college career. Take care.